Imagine driving home from work, a movie, or from the grocery store. You're involved in a serious car accident. You're transported to the hospital, and you think that you'll be taken care of. However, when you arrive, you've lost a little hot of blood. You are informed that you are in need of a blood transfusion. Thanks to the American Red Cross, you are able to get the blood that you need. Imagine that you're a victim of a fire, a hurricane. You've lost everything that you hold dear to your heart. You do not have the resources to start over. Where will you stay? How will you eat? How will you replace the clothing for you and your family? The American Red Cross is there to help you with all your worries and concerns. What if you weren't able to get the help that you need? What would happen to you or your family? Unfortunately, events such as these occur every day. Each year, the American Red Cross immediately responds to about 70,000 natural and man-made disasters in the United States, ranging from fires to hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, hazardous material spills, transportation accidents, and even explosions. Red Cross Disaster Relief focuses on meeting people's immediate emergency needs caused by a disaster. When disaster threatens or strikes, the Red Cross provides shelter, food, and health and emotional services to address basic human needs and assist individuals and families in resuming their normal daily activities independently. The Red Cross also feeds the emergency workers, like the firefighters, police. They handle inquiries from concerned family members outside the disaster area. They provide blood and blood products to disaster victims, and they help them access other available resources. The American Red Cross is the nation's largest blood collection organization, supplying more than 40% of the blood and blood products used in our country. These volunteers and employees of the American Red Cross Blood Services collect approximately 6.5 million units of blood from roughly 4 million generous volunteer blood donors annually. From these donations, the Red Cross is able to distribute around 9.5 million blood products each year, including 6 million units of red blood cells to patients at approximately 3,000 hospitals and transfusion centers across the country. Blood donations are ordinary people, high school graduates, factory and office workers, business executives, and people from every walk of life. But they share one thing, a generous spirit, a desire to give back to their communities and to help others. Blood donors play an important role in the delivery of a modern health care. Many life-saving medical treatments and procedures involve blood transfusions and would not be possible without a safe and reliable blood supply. The Red Cross relies on the volunteer spirit and financial generosity of the American people to support America's military families. Today, as always, the men and women of the American Red Cross continue to show their appreciation for the dedicated service and patriotic sacrifices of America's military men and women and their families by being there to support them wherever they are and whenever they may need them. Through partnerships with the Departments of Defense and Veterans Affairs, the Red Cross provides transition and reintegration support to wounded warriors, to veterans, and to their families. Families back home count on the American Red Cross to provide training that promotes resiliency and preparedness to help them cope with the challenges of the military life. Last year, more than 170,000 families received services in time of need. Without the American Cross, there would be nowhere for people to turn in the time of need. There would be no services in the time of crisis. What would people do, or what would happen to them? It's almost tragic to think about times like those and not knowing what you're going to do. People just like you are needed for the success of the American Red Cross. You may ask what I can do to help. There are many ways to help with the organization. With your generous financial support, the Red Cross provides people in crisis with relief for today and hope for tomorrow. Donations are accepted online, monthly pledges, fundraising, phone or mail, and you can even make a donation in the memory of a loved one. But where does your money go? 91 cents of every dollar goes toward the mission of the American Red Cross to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergency. You can become a blood donor, host a blood drive, or volunteer at a blood drive. When donating blood, you can be proud of yourself by making sure there is blood on that shelf when someone needs it. Blood is in short supply, and making a donation regularly helps eliminate the shortage. DonateBlood.org states that only 10% of the population gives blood every 54 days. If only 1% more of the population would donate, the blood shortage would disappear within a year. Think of donating as you will be someone's hero. In fact, you can help save more than one life with just one donation. Every donation can save 3 lives. The process takes less than 20 minutes and has locations that are convenient for you. The American Red Cross is always looking for volunteers. By volunteering time with your local Red Cross, you will contribute to your community's blood supply and change lives starting with your own. The American Red Cross provides the fabric that enables ordinary individuals to perform extraordinary services. You will feel great knowing that you are making a difference. You will meet donors and hear why they give blood or how blood transfusions have touched their lives. It may even change your own. You can do good on your own schedule. Volunteer as much and as often as your schedule permits. You will become part of a 130-year-old tradition of neighbors helping neighbors in need. We all have a need within us. Somewhere between our hand and our heart lives the desire to give of ourselves in a meaningful way, to touch a life, to make a difference, to feel that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. It lives in all of us. We ask ourselves how we can make a difference. Put your need into action. What the American Red Cross does lives in each of us. Support the Red Cross and change lives starting with your own.